So have you ever had a dry season with God? A dry season in your faith? You've had just this close season with the Lord and it was awesome, but now you're in a dry season, or wondered why other people leave the church, or you're struggling with that yourself. Today we're going to talk about one of the main reasons why people go through dry seasons and maybe even leave the church. So let's get into it. All right, what's up, everybody? It is Barrett, and today I wanted to talk about this because it's a big idea, but we're actually going to talk about it for a few days, maybe a week, whatever. And here's the biggest thing that I have encountered when it comes to dry seasons and maybe even people leaving the church. I used to be in college ministry. I was a college pastor for the longest time, and I've led mission trips all over the world, my wife and I both. And there's lots of different reasons, honestly, but one of the big things that it comes down to is a lifestyle of following Christ is missing. And there's people that grow up in church, there's people that grow up in Christian homes and their parents take them to the church and all of that, but there's a high percentage of people that leave the church after high school. And like I said, there's lots of different reasons, and you can't really boil it down to one thing, but one of the big things that I've seen year after year and family after family is the fact that they just went to church and they did church at church. They did Christian things and God things at church, and home, it wasn't really like that. There wasn't like this integrity to the whole walk. There wasn't a lifestyle of pursuing God all the time. And there's a very few cases where I did see that happening, and there's still some people that leave, and there's just, we're like that. But for a big portion, high percentage of people, we struggle to bring Christianity and this pursuit of God into our home, into our families, into our lifestyles, like Romans 12:1 and 2 says. And so that's what I want to talk about over the next few days, of how to make walking with Jesus really a part of your lifestyle, so you can find, the passion, the joy, the just life, the true life that Jesus brings. He said that he came to bring abundant life, but I just find that we don't walk in Jesus' abundance, the fullness of the abundance of God, and we all need help with this. We all need to grow in this area. And so there's all sorts of spiritual disciplines like prayer, fasting, community, Sabbath, Bible reading, intercession. There's all sorts of things that we can talk about, and we'll go through them all. But I just wanted to kind of overarch the next few days of devotions with this idea of it's got to be a lifestyle. It's got to be your life's pursuit. You can't just add God to your life and then have God and other things orbiting around your life. You're going to struggle. You're going to fail. It's going to be frustrating, and you're not going to have that connection with the Lord that He wants to have with you and that is possible. The only way that that's truly possible, that thriving connection, is when He becomes everything. Instead of Him and others orbiting around you, it's now you saying, I'm going to wrap my life completely around God, and He becomes the center. He's the core. He's the main character, and we are a supporting role. We play an important role. He made you on purpose and with a purpose, but we don't thrive as the primary actor. It's not our role, and things just don't fit. But when He's the main character, when He's the main purpose, and we start to find our role that He's created us to play in His kingdom, and wrap our whole lives around pursuing Him, yes, at church, but also at home and with family and with friends and all of that, that's when we start to find the thriving relationship with the Lord, where we're hearing His voice and we're walking with Him, and it's just so much to it. And so over the next few days, we're going to cover different ways on how to really fold this thing into your whole life and lifestyle. My question for you today is, have you ever struggled? Have you been through a dry season with the Lord? And one, if you've come out of that, how did you come out of it? And two, if you're still there right now, maybe kind of what's on your heart, what's some questions that you have, and I'd love to answer those. either in the comments below or maybe in some future videos if you got specific questions on how to do this, how to do that. So anyways, that's it. Short one today, and then we'll unpack a bunch of things like all these spiritual disciplines, scripture memory, prayer and fasting, intercession, community, how to do this as a family, yada, yada, yada. So awesome. Stoked for the next few days. Love you guys so much. If you like this video, hit thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, comment, share, all of the above. Introduce yourself if you haven't. Let us know where you're from in the world. And man, see you in the next video. Peace out.